So today's video, don't frog. I thought I would talk about, now that I've completely finished my GCSEs, like I've even finished resitting, that I thought I would talk about my GCSE mistakes, because there was a lot of mistakes, like believe me, there was a lot of mistakes I made. My first mistake was being overwhelmed with the content. With GCSEs, there is a lot of content. I didn't do like the most subjects you could do, but I definitely did quite a lot. I did maths, statistics, science, art, textiles, English language. But people do more, so at first the number of some subjects you take seems daunting, especially having exams in every single subject. There is a lot of content, but also it is manageable, like it gets easier. And by the time you get to your exams, you'll realise how much you've gone over the content. And also, if you revise the content for mocks and then revise for the real thing, you will be fine. I did start making my revision resources early, but this is quite a common mistake I thought I would address. Make your revision resources early because it leaves you time to revise them, whereas if you make them last minute, you might not get time to revise them. So, starting to make them as early as possible means you'll get time to revise them. And also, they'll be there for when you come to revise for the real thing. So after every single lesson, I would make your resources. I did nothing in like year 10, like I didn't really make my resources. Obviously for science, I made my revision PowerPoints as I went along. But most of it I did do in year 11, so it's doable to do a lot in year 11. Next is so important, this is a mistake I definitely did make, was finding an effective study method and sticking to it. I definitely throughout year 11, even though I knew what worked for me, floated around and tried so many different revision methods. And I realised that I just need to stick, like there's no time to keep changing. I need to just stick with what I know will work. Because that definitely was a thing. That definitely was a mistake. Another one was not realising where I went wrong. I would get a test back and I would look through it and not realise where I went wrong and what I needed to do to make it right, so I would probably make that mistake again. If you realise where you went wrong, you can correct your mistakes and realise that this is what you need to do to get it right, so therefore you won't make mistake one. My next one was getting stressed out quickly. I got stressed very quickly, like literally within like the first 2 weeks. It's just made year 11 unfun. I know it wouldn't have been that much more fun, to be honest, because of the whole coronavirus thing. But it meant I would have made most of the months where they weren't basically cancelled, essentially. And also, not being a stress gives better results, and it's just so much more productive to not be getting stressed so quickly. Another mistake that I really made is not asking for help. If you need help, just ask for it. It's such a good habit to get into, asking for help. It doesn't mean that you're weak necessarily or that you're dumb. It just means that you're probably smart for asking for help, and you can also work on things that you're stuck on, and you could get better at the things you're stuck on. My next one, which I still struggle with now, is getting distracted. It can be hard not to get distracted, but try and focus on the lesson and what the teacher's saying and just ignore those that are being distracting. Because if no one's paying attention to them, then they'll just get bored in the end. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.